Published 0855 EDT, the 1st of September 2017. Updated 0906 EDT, the 1st of September 2017. A furious resident was forced to wait 2 years for a permit to park outside his home and was stung with £360 fines in the meantime. Carl Walford applied for 2 resident parking permits for the 2 cars registered at his Coventry home in early 2015, but he received from Coventry City Council got a penalty notice for not displaying a permit on his car. The fine was later quashed, but while working a night shift earlier this year he forgot to put his permit on his car and received 2 parking charges in 3 days. Carl Walford is forced to wait 2 years for a permit to park outside his home and was stung with £60 in fines in the meantime. City Council cancelled one fine but not the other, and as Mr. Walford refused to pay, he racked up a hefty fine. But thankfully, after a lengthy battle, parking officers eventually agreed to drop the fines as a gesture of goodwill. Mr. Walford fumed. The resident parking scheme was introduced to protect us from people parking on our estate when either visiting or working at the hospital, not bleed us dry. The car is registered to my address and was outside my house. I have been fined £180 for the pleasure of parking outside my own back gate. He continued to challenge the fine and received his second residence permit 2 weeks after his last challenge. Coventry City Council launched a parking permit scheme for the whole of the Clifford Park estate in February 2015, with the aim of protecting on-street parking spaces outside people's houses. Mr. Walford applied for 2 resident parking permits for the 2 cars registered at his address when Coventry City Council launched its permits scheme in early 2015. While working a night shift at Jaguar Land Rover earlier this year, he forgot to put his permit on his car and he received 2 parking charges in 3 days. A spokesperson for the council said, "Our records show that 2 permits were issued to Mr. Walford and it is unfortunate that, for whatever reason, he has not received the second one. It is good to hear this issue has now been resolved. All appropriate passes, whether it is residence parking or a blue badge holder, must be displayed when parked, otherwise drivers could be fined. Our enforcement officers check for compliance and do not have the power to see where cars are registered to. It is unfortunate Mr. Walford forgot to display a pass on this occasion. However, as a gesture of goodwill, we have agreed to cancel the outstanding penalty charge."